here with Lucien Cousin, trimmer on board Alinghi Rebel Racing. A day of testing today. You had both boats in one design mode, with both sails one design and the new foil on the starboard foil arm of the yellow boat. Light to medium winds. Can you give us a rundown of the day?
Yeah, it was quite a long day for us, for all of us. We obviously, as you do your good job of recon, we test our second foil on the AC40, and we have a couple of metrics to execute on the water, and pretty happy with what we came up with.
So last Monday you commissioned the new foil but didn't sail on it. There was some issues in the foil arm, we think. Can you tell us what those issues were?
It's always playing a lot with the structure, a lot with some flex, some twists and some stuff like that. And we were not sure that day that the foil were fully ready. So we get slowly back in and double check the commissioning to execute a proper day like today.
So yeah, today was your first day sailing. What are your impressions of the new foil? How did it compare to the one design?
I think the one design foil is a very good foil overall, and the boat is great for this foil as well, and it's very good for us to test some different area of the foil, and no, it's a very good. I think we have some very good conclusion today, and it's on our design office to design and to have a good reference with this one design foil.
Can you share what those conclusions were?
Well, I think the one design foil is it's very open for a lot of range, up to take off to 6 knots with the J1. It can be possible, but also going more than 40 knots above 50 knots. So I think, yeah, it's a very good range of action, and it's up to us now to create the foil for the Cap.
And how does this new foil compare to your previous prototype, the Delta tubical foil?
Well, it's just some validation of design tools, and it's completely different, the foil. I will not give you more information about that.
And did you feel a big improvement in leeway performance, especially when the wind started to pick up? We could see a bit more of a difference.
There was some difference, yeah.
We're here with Orazio Carabelli, design coordinator here at Luna Rossa. Orazio, it looked like a productive sailing day with lots of straight line testing and at the end some marks. Can you break down the day for us?
Yeah, for sure. When the main target of the day was to prove some changes that we have been doing while we were sailing in Barcelona. And today was great. We had a nice sea breeze coming in. Pretty hot, probably the most hottest day of the year here in Cagliari, but at the end we got between 12, 14 knots, so it's pretty happy what we achieved. Straight line as you said, and also some maneuvers, roundings, and good starting and racing drills. So I think we ticked the box really nice today. So well done to the sailing team and also for the short team, getting the boat together and being there for the full session.
Definitely impressive. can you probably give us a small hint on what you're focusing now? I know we've talked probably some months when you switched the anhedral foil with the previous wing tree. Can you maybe tell us what is the anhedral wing giving to the team right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's we're doing mainly what all the other teams are doing, playing a little bit with the foils and little details here and there. This wing is also a particular wing that we are looking into it now, so it has its good points and strong points. So we're coming back into it, and you're going to be seeing a little bit of up and down and changing stuff during the following months as everybody, nailing down our last card. Now at the end we only have one more card to play, and but we're pretty happy with the development and what we're achieving so far.
Are you cross-checking targets of this actual version of the anhedral with the previous one of February, or is there not?
I mean, overall, no. It's performance, it's maneuvering, it's overall we are looking into every detail and of every changes that we're doing. So mainly it's all about the foils at the moment, and we are concentrating quite a bit on that area.
You said, on the recon of the other teams, there are, of course, we've seen some tuberculous foil, double V foil. Can you maybe tell us what are your thoughts about those wings?
Yeah, I mean they're playing a lot with conditions now in Barcelona. It's quite a tricky venue, As all we know, it's a lot of waves, and you're concentrating a bit on the behavior of the wings in that conditions, which we are looking as well. And I mean, every team is on that. And mainly, I mean, this is the purpose of what we are seeing there in the water, trying to see what's the performance gains of these kind of foils, which we are looking as well into it. So this is mainly what we see in the other teams, and it's not an easy venue. I mean, we have been sailing. I think it has been good for us, being able to be there. I mean, sail a week, and we have these sessions coming back here. We can do mods on our boat and then go back there and sail a bit the AC40 and check a little bit the venue as well. So in that way, I think we're doing a good progress in our schedule.
Orazio, un commento in italiano per I tifosi Luna Rossa, un commento corto.
Commento in italiano, bene, penso che stiamo lavorando abbastanza bene questi ultimi mesi, abbiamo navigato in Barcellona, che ha dato una buona idea di quello che è il campo di regata, che abbiamo imparato tanto, e torneremo già in 2 settimane, saremo lì in preparazione finale per l'evento della C40 in Villanova.
Grazie.
Saluti a tutti.
Okay.
We are here with Peter Berling, no interaction needed, helmsman on starboard tack today. Peter, very light wind conditions today, averaging 2.5 knots, sometimes a bit more, sometimes a bit less. Can you share with us the main conclusions of the day?
Yeah, well, it was pretty similar to the other day. So it was, right at the bottom end of the wind strength, and we just got enough to foil in on the course area, which was pretty nice. And for us as a team to now have 5 days sailing in this little block and see a good range of wind strengths, but in what we think we're probably going to end up spending a lot of time in, and just trying to get comfortable across the board.
It was very impressive to see that you could take off with 3.5 knots and sometimes even make jibes standing on your foils with just under 3 knots of true wind speed. Can you tell us how much difference you had in true wind speed measured in between the anemometer on the bowsprit and at the top of the mast?
I don't actually know.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was obviously very at the bottom end. I think we really would have struggled to make it around a racetrack today. It was quite like in and out with the pressure. But no, it was awesome for us to be able to sail on the racetrack and get a good good session in, and it's really valuable data for us as a team.
Then looking into the sail trimming today, we notice a lot of pumping, sailing upwind, downwind. Also, when you were coming out of the maneuvers, keeping, especially on the main, and keeping a consistent leech tension. Do you think you would be able to do the maneuvers in the same way with less pumping?
Yeah, we're obviously always trying things and evolving our techniques. It's quite hard to do a consistent manoeuvre in that breeze, so we're just trying different things, and it's awesome as a group to be able to learn and evolve our techniques to be able to get the boat around the track and up on the foils and light breeze.
Okay. On the last America's Cup, we saw many races that were won or lost when you were sailing in the displacement mode, and when one boat or the other was able to start foiling or lose the foiling on any maneuver. Do you think we're going to see any displacement mode in the next America's Cup? Do you think it's something that needs to be trained?
Yeah, it's something that there's a rule that you have to exceed a certain wind strength to start a race, and then it's just on a time limit from there. So I think like we saw in the last America's Cup, it just takes one big lull, it'll get everyone off the foil, and then so you've got to be good at right across the board, taking off, sailing in that super light air. I would just have to wait and see.